Welcome to the JLC podcast, presented by the Jorgensen Learning Center. Change the conversation, change the results. Here's Dr. Ray Jorgensen.
Hello, friends and colleagues. My name is Ray Jorgensen, and I am the founder of JLC, the Jorgensen Learning Center. Our focus is conversational leadership. We are consistently and regularly coaching and teaching the disciplines and practices of conversational leadership. Heard a great quote just recently that stated the following: the quality of your leadership is revealed in the quality of your conversation. So today's section is all about how do I lead well when drama unfolds? And drama unfolds in many ways in the system. It sounds something like, hey, can you just help me? I don't know what to do about this. I don't know what to do about this person. I don't know what to do about this project. And whoever's talking to that person is showing up saying, I have no ability to do this. Very often there's some emotion attached to that where they say, oh, my boss is just making life hard on me. They constantly are asking me to do things I can't do. And then when I go for help, they don't give me any help. They just kind of listen and wish me well, but they really don't give me any support or help. That is the beginning of somebody entering the drama triangle. I have it written behind me, and it was originally established by a gentleman named Steve Karpman. He was working on a whole system called transactional analysis. And in it, he provided a tremendous amount of support so people could recognize when they inadvertently slip into the drama triangle. The person on the bottom and this is truly a scripted role, represents themselves as a victim of something. I'm a victim of the political structure. I'm a victim of my party. I'm a victim of the new rules. I'm a victim of whatever. And they have a tendency to complain about those entities. As they do so, they build a larger group that supports and likes them usually, but certainly agrees with their ideas. So they say, you're right, that person, that project, that new set of rules, that protocol, they're awful. We agree with you. Let me tell you why I think they're awful. And they begin this very long and drawn out commiseration. So one person shows up feeling like a victim of something, and they look for support. And people, being well-intentioned and caring, very often just give that support by describing similar feelings, similar situations, and they are sympathetic towards that person's thinking. So they increase the amount of victimology that's unfolding. And the victim feels reassured, see, I'm not the only one that feels this way. Always, when somebody is a victim, there's someone that is persecuting them. There's always a persecutor that's showing up in their minds only very often, that is pushing them around or forcing them to do something or making them unable to move forward. So persecutors sometimes are imaginary, and sometimes from the victim's perspective, they're very, very real. Once the victim shows up in the space of telling somebody about why they feel like they are a victim, and they may not use those words. They may say, I have no control over my situation because this person is making me do X, or this person won't provide support or leadership to give me a chance to be successful. That language just reinforces the victim's perspective that they are a victim and they are kind of stuck. Well, when I was a new leader, I thought that was my deal. That was my job to rescue the victim. So if they showed up and said to me, I don't know what to do about this situation. I don't know what to do about this kid. At that time, I was a high school principal, assistant principal, dean of students, had all those little administrative roles. And very often a teacher educator would say, help me, help me. This kid is wrecking my classroom. This kid is ruining my discipline. This kid is... And they became victims of students. In the same moment, I would get somebody to come in and say, this parent is making me crazy. This parent won't listen. This parent won't, on and on. And so I believed my responsibility in those early days was to rescue. So I used to say things like, I'll talk to the kid. I'll talk to the parent. I'll get somebody to talk to them and make this go away for you so you can get back to your teaching. I hear this everywhere. I'll talk to that employee. I'll talk to that particular client. I'll talk to that particular leader so that you can get back to your work. So when someone shows up and displays themselves as a victim, well-intentioned leaders, generally new in the business of leadership, have a tendency to find out who is persecuting them so they can rescue the victim. This is an example of multiple examples of how drama unfolds in a very natural situation. Another example, I've had a parent come to me and say, my kid's the greatest player in the state, and the coach won't play him, won't give him enough playing time. And right away, the parent is trying to rescue their kid who's being persecuted by the coach. And the kid plays the role of victim. You can even feel in your own self that this is a normal occurrence in many, many aspects of our life. So the drama triangle has a couple of interesting side effects. Anytime someone plays one of these roles, persecutor, rescuer, or victim, they are brought into the drama triangle. The unintended consequences are the following. 1, personal accountability starts to drop to almost 0. 2, the ability to achieve the necessary goals or results are limited to, again, almost 0, because no one's responsible, no one's accountable, therefore I won't do what's necessary and reorganize myself or find a new way to achieve the desired result. The drama triangle's everywhere. It's on television every night. We as a nation, and we love drama. Most movies and television shows, and people talk about watching a show until it starts and finishes, that kind of binging on a show. Most of them are dramatic in nature. And we come by it honestly. When I was a boy, I learned all about Grimm's fairy tales, Cinderella, and others like that, where people were portrayed as scripted roles. Cinderella was a victim. Who was persecuting her? Stepsisters and stepmom. Who rescued her? The prince. And as soon as the prince rescued Cinderella, then the role shifted. The stepmother and stepsisters fell into the victim scripted role because they were being persecuted by the new prince that's in Cinderella's life. So, although we may start out in one space in the drama triangle, it is not unusual to see people move to the other scripted roles as the conversations unfold. Drama triangle. In the next section, we're going to talk about how do I deal with this? As a leader, as a mom, as a dad, as an aunt, an uncle, a caregiver of any kind. How do I help when I see someone that's in my charge, someone I care about, that I've been asked to take care of and provide support? How do I stay out of the drama triangle and begin to build a response that increases personal responsibility and accountability and increases achievement toward desired results or goals? Thank you for listening. This is Conversational Leadership and the Drama Triangle, and I'm Ray Jorgensen from JLC, the Jorgensen Learning Center. Thanks for taking time to be with us.
The Jorgensen Learning Center provides leaders with a practical framework to use conversation as a discipline to create a high-performance environment where people are energized to share, contribute, and succeed together. To learn more, visit gojlc.com.